Right, we've got the fan going again, so it can't make up its mind, can it, whether it's hot, cold, whatever, I don't know. It's the 28th, so we've got the Magician today. However, the song is Fool If You Think It's Over. So I'm expecting to see the Fool. Be very surprised if it doesn't come out. It could be world issues, it could be something personal. It could be that you got to a point where you're young and you've had your first betrayal and you think things are never going to be the same again. We all feel like that. But it is. It gets better. You learn to put your boundaries in place. So let's see. What have we got then? I've even only got it on half speed for you, but it's still bloody loud. I don't know if you can hear it or not. I apologise. We just got rid of my coughing and sniffing and now you've got a bloody fan. There's always something in there. So let's go then. The Magician. We need it the right way up because we want positivity. We don't want no negativity. Oh, we've cut on the Fool. How fantastic is that? Fool if you think it's over. Don't you know that it's just begun? Life isn't over. There's so much more to do. Oh, there was almost both of the same pile then. Gossip. Difficult, fire sign children. Passionate, immature in energy. Negative communications of a passionate nature. Somebody's head's on fire. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Running out of options, living in a dream world, very, very confused. 7 months. And then we mature. So what did I say? You start off as a kid, you have your heart broken, and then you mature. Now you're not the same person. Now you're somebody that can take action. You're not going to let this get to you. Aries energy. The Ron Seal man, I like him this way up. He does what he says he's going to do. Love enters the building. Pisces energy. Pisces in Neptune. Till 2026. Third parties. Healing. Getting over it. Learning to live with it. But that ghost of the past is always there. There's a rose, a red rose. You may be visited in your dreams by someone from spirit. The 17, Aquarius energy. It is dimming your light to fit in. Something that person doesn't usually do. It's Aquarius energy. It's not getting out, it's staying in, it's not socialising, and that's how I didn't want the Magician to be. It's depression, possibly criminal activity, keeping your head down, staying under the radar, not shining your light. So then you become your own worst enemy. No communications, issues with children, schools, school days, the past, siblings, hands, arms, shoulders. Depression, medical issues. You could be your own worst enemy, or someone else may be. Gemini, Gemini cusper. Pisces, Pisces cusper. So early Pisces is Aquarius, late Pisces is Aries. Early Gemini is Taurus, which is not a year, and late Gemini is Cancer, which is not a year. So it's hasty communications, and they're negative. So think before you open your mouth, because that could be all lies, gossip. Not being able to find your tribe. We have roses mentioned twice, honeysuckle and passion flowers. 1 or 28 is negative, but that's neutral because it's today's card. The 17 is negative, and that's the only clue we've got. 3 weeks, 7 months. Conflict and competition. Somebody wants to compete. Somebody likes causing trouble. Drama. 5 days. Banging your head against a brick wall. Toxic situations. Capricorn energy. Don't sign anything. Don't promise anything. You will regret it. Somebody's manipulating you. Trying to keep up with the Joneses. Selling your soul to the devil. You want to win at any cost. Toxic. You must take action to release and let go. Stop being so narrow-minded. Stop trying to control others. Take control of yourself, but do not try to make people fit into your square life. Some people are round. Can't fit a round peg in a square hole. 4 years. Lies and deceit. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This is to do with kids or immature energy. Depression. Mind games. Lies and deceit. Possibly even theft. A loss of a lot of money, perhaps an inheritance. 10 years lost. The family unit destroyed. Security, emotional and financial, lacking. Coming to an end. Oh, well, that's good. This lack of security, financial and emotional, is coming to an end, but in a good way, because there's abundance coming and happiness coming. Even fertility for some. Mother energy, mothers, mother-in-laws, mothers of your children. Wherever you see the 3 or the 30, massively important, positive energy. We've been saying for a while now, I don't know what you call it, I can't remember what you call it. It's America's Remembrance Day, May the 31st. And our Remembrance Day, November the 11th, Armistice Day. So uniforms and Taurus energy, massively important positive energy. You are growing as a person, as a soul. But those enemies are there, and we've got it twice now, so we've got the whole story. They don't need to give us any more. We will take more. But you have enemies, and it seems to be a Gemini energy, which is what we're in now. Don't be your own worst enemy. There is a chance of happiness, but for some reason You are too narrow-minded. You insist on it being a certain way and have done for a very long time. Yeah. You refuse to face Judgment Day, and if you don't face the chaos head on, there will be no growth. There will be no abundance. That is selling your soul to the devil again. Thinking only of the material. You are not ascending. You won't be allowed in. Denver will not let you through that oak door because you're not ready. The 20, Judgment Day. Joshua, bringing the walls of Jericho down. So the name Joshua could be important. You cannot rise like the phoenix until you destroy something. There's also issues with the teeth, which have been mentioned over the past couple of days, dentists, knees, bones, and geriatric issues. But there is an important bond here that cannot be broken, and it's mutual. 2 months. Could be 2 children. Could be someone you know from the past. Still no fool though. Maybe you're the fool. Oh, and well done, Spirit. So again, we've got a double up. The Capricorn energy is turning itself around. You are going to break those shackles. You're going to rebel. Nobody is going to control you. You refuse to sign. You don't make promises you can't keep. And you look for freedom. 15. So the 15, depending on your choices, could be liberation or toxic energy. There's no defending this situation anymore. It is abhorrent, is the word they're using. And it comes to light. It's being illuminated. All blockages will be removed. Happiness will return. Travel, children. You see things very, very clearly. Leo energy, 19. Positive. The sunflowers could mean something. But again, you're trying to control. Someone is hiding financial matters. Controlling others by material wealth. Stubbornness. 4 years. You need to take action, just like the Aries would in the upright. There is an ending, again, 2 tens. An end to the family unit, emotional security, the dynamics have changed. The beach, 10 months, and a marriage ending, a friendship ending, an end to religion, an end to schooling. Well, we've got with a break off, don't they, in UK here, where I am. I think some of them already broke off and some of them will break up a bit later. But for Whitsun, I think it is. But there's no faith. Most people don't go to church anymore. It's just about the free holiday, isn't it? Taurus energy again, in the negative. Not speaking your truth, neck and throat issues, 5 and 23, negative. Simon and Peter, negative. Expanding yourself to the material. Again, that's 3 times I've said it. Loss of keys, loss of security. You are strong enough to get through this. If you're brave and you show a bit of backbone, heart and back healed, power struggles, that you must stand in your truth. I won't say win, because do you want to win or do you want to be happy? It is a power struggle. You have to be brave. If you don't put your boundaries in place, this situation will keep repeating itself. You need to be strong enough to put your shoulders back, your chest out, and look the world in the eye. Don't dim your light. Don't be a coward. Do what needs to be done. Illness, bad temper will be over. if you stay strong. There's boredom here. A lot of fours. Somebody's ready for a change. Refusing to accept what is. Brushing it out, glossing over it, all the flaws, and hoping that sooner or later it'll all come right like magic. There's no miracles here. So, yeah. Afraid so. This is about destiny. 48 makes a 12. It's a yod. The Ace of Swords, reversed. Mind games, lies, deceit, theft, confusion. Yes. A person often meets their destiny on the road they took to avoid it. So you can try and avoid this chaos, but you won't. The name Jean could be important, and a fountain. The ancient believed that the yod was an area of fate in the chart and not a particularly favourable one. It's also called the eye of God or the finger of God. The yod is a peculiar astrological configuration, so look at your chart and see. It is a triangle formed by two planets 60 degrees apart, while both are 150 degrees from the third planet. This creates a thin pie-shaped aspect. The yod configuration is linked to the Hebrew alphabet. Yod or yud is the 10th letter of the Hebrew alphabet. So again, 10. 10s are endings, which has a mystical implication signifying the omnipotence of God, and often denotes humility, because the energy is locked in a triangular configuration, causing matters to be fated and often difficult, but not without their rewards. Yod configuration is influential and implies that there is a disruptive force at work. In a sense, this astrological placement of planets is somewhat in exile from the other planetary energies because they are not harmonious with each other. So there's no harmony. There is conflict, toxic situations, competition. And it causes tension. This card brings about feelings of intense stress and restrictions. There can also be a sense of difference, feeling alone, being out of step with others. The toxic situation. When the yod card presents itself in a reading, it means that the situation is chaotic, or may soon turn that way, and you've got to face that chaos. It will be hard to see any clear path because of this chaos, but it's important to weather through it all. It's not always bad because of the process of finding what works and what isn't functioning. And now will be the time to scale things down, weed out what is unnecessary. But more than that, this card is about finding your truth, even though that truth may not be reflected through others. You may wish for more support when this card comes up, and you will have to manage this all on your own. There is no support. No support there, financially or emotionally. Another development may turn up, that is, you will prefer to work out on your own without the interference of others. This card can denote a time to voyage inwards and come to your own truth. There really isn't anyone who will have the tools to figure this out more than you at this time. So now may not be the best time to take advice from others. Your inner knowing has it. You just have to take the time to process the information to come to your own answers. At times when the yod card turns up, there will be health issues, yes. that need to be dealt with and solved before moving forward. It can be indicative of autoimmune disease, which was mentioned, I think, yesterday or the day before, celiac disease, fibromyalgia, thyroiditis, everyday allergies, and other ailments. Although these diseases could not be life-threatening, they could still be crucible of sorts, so minor surgery may be needed. With a need for drastic change to be made for relief of the symptoms to subside. More positively, this card means that circumstances are good for achieving your goal, but you must be prepared for sacrifice on your part, and not just one, but several. It will not be an easy path, but it is time to come through dedication, be patient and adaptable in making this situation work to fulfill your greater purpose. This is the one you were born for. Destiny. Doing things your own way, standing strong and making a difference. Aries is the Fool of the Tarot. Number 5, change. The Mother. Nature and living in the present. Nature is the beach. Living in the present. Gwyneth or Gwen. Gwen. So, the Trinity knot in the circle is a symbol which represents the maiden, the mother and the crone. The past, which is in there. The present and the future. The 3 life cycles of women. Fate. Gwyneth, the mother, and the present. The mother is happy with her little fairy sprite. She is there, look, very happy. And the energy of Gwyneth is all about nurturing. Nurturing is an aspect that one can give to others and also give to oneself. It's a beautiful thing to help others, but many times it is to the detriment of our own health. We forget to put ourselves on a priority list. We hear too often that you cannot drink from an empty cup. Caregivers must drink from this cup first in order to be of benefit to others. Gwyneth may be asking you to look at where you are not nurturing yourself or being nurtured in your life. Are you living the life that you wish? Does anyone in your life give back to you or support you in your time of need? No, not right now. Are you tired, overwhelmed and stressed or giving too much of yourself? It's time to give back to yourself. The elementals know that this reality is time poor and we fit too much into our days. So they ask us to take small steps to look after ourselves. Read that book. Go for a bushwalk. Have a cup of tea outside in nature without taking your phone with you. That's 3 times I've mentioned nature. Slow down. Stop thinking too far ahead. Live in the present. If you live in the past, you're depressed. If you live in the future, you're anxious. Your loved ones and life itself. It starts with integrating the small things, and once it becomes a habit, you find you start increasing these small gestures and feel much calmer and more peaceful for it. So, peace of mind is what's needed, and there is none of it here. You need to take steps to change things. Third house, Gemini, again. And Mercury, communications, and Scorpio, there could be a sting in the tail. So, again, Gemini, school days, children, the colour yellow, someone from the past, communications, hands, arms, shoulders, like I said. Siblings, short journeys, learning, immediate environment, the neighbours and your manner of speech. Be careful how you speak to people. Because remember, we've got some drama queens. Scorpio in Mercury. Mercury and Scorpio, I've done it again, haven't I? Back to front. Scorpio in... Mercury and Scorpio. For God's sake, give it some. Insightful communications, yes, harsh words. Strong-minded, perceptive, incisive, shrewd, manipulative, don't be manipulating, suspicious. Mercury in Scorpio is governed by instinctual beliefs and drawn to mysteries. So go with your gut, but don't open your mouth till you're sure of your facts, is what they're saying. And don't believe everything you're told, because even promises, because they could be lies. Fool if you think it's over. Your life is just beginning. There is happiness going to return, but right now you can't see it. And that's because you're at the dark night of the soul. Hecate, a main player, not unlike the hermit. You will not walk this next part of the journey alone. Leave something at the crossroads, a sacrifice for Hecate, and she will show you which path. But it might not be the path you want to take. You have to take a different path. You have to do things differently. I've been saying it for far too long now, and you cannot solve a problem with the same man that caused it. So, I'm not going to do all the meanings, but I'll give you the one last one. When the goddess Hecate appears in your card spread, know that the unseen workings of fate, where we go again, fate, well done, spirit, are working their mysterious magic for you. Your life is being shaped in ways not known to you from your present perspective. If you're waiting for something or someone to enter your life, you must visualize it happening live and in colour. If you have to make a decision involving love or career, imagine that you are at the crossroads. Hecate presides over crossroads and asks for help to guide you down that right road. But remember, it may not be the road you expect. There is also an element of warning with this card. Beware of potential to spoil or destroy relationships or business partnerships because you're your own worst enemy. This is also a card of deep healing. It's time for resolution, perhaps in unexpected ways, of problems that have been with you for a very long time. Yes, 10 months, 10 years. Just accept the generous bounty, because you're not accepting it. You need to accept it. Of the magical goddess Hecate, and whisper a respectful thank you. Now I am going to read you Hecate in love. In fact, I am going to read them. I've got time, so I'm going to do it. It'll be an energy of, I'm not sure what's happening, but let's not stop. This is fate is sealed and certain. Hecate says that in your haste, make sure you haven't fallen in love with a man's potential, not the actual beer drinking, football watching, smelly sock wearing real man. It is all too easy for you to be convinced that he was the knight in shining armour in a former life, and that you were his lady love. But it's this life you are dealing with now, and how your relationship really is, not how it could be. If only he would change back into being that knight in shining armour. You can't change people. They will always be what they are. You want to change them, you're not with the right person. Your challenge is to learn to cope with the mundane realities of paying bills and making sure that you have enough of a pension to retire on when it's time to move to the country and concoct herbal potions. Tendency to withdraw when direct action is called for, yes. Like paying the bill can cause chaos, muttering curses to the electricity company when they fine you for non-payment is not constructive use of your skills now, is it? You have a tendency to brood quietly on your hurts and send out bad vibes. Instead, you may have to learn that other people do not inhabit your subtle, gentle world. Practice asserting your wishes clearly, loudly, and frequently until they start to listen. Brilliant. So it could be as easy as the bills. Don't be bickering and arguing over stupid things like that. There's bigger fish than that to worry about. Have we got time for this? Yes, we have. Just. So, what did I say? You have to surrender to what is. You cannot change some things. It is all about going with the flow. Whatever you resist in life, the more you hang on to something or someone and try and change it, the less chance it's going to happen. They'll dig their heels in. Ask your angels to help you dissolve all the resistance of your ego, the inner conflict and struggle of a rigid mindset, the stubbornness and habits, so that they can flood your life with higher truth and joy. When you surrender to the guidance of your higher self, all that energy that you've been wasting in resistance becomes available to you. Vitality, inner peace, harmony, and most of all love are your spiritual rewards. So flow with the pace of life, relax and tune in, and follow the guidance of your intuition, knowing that the angels will support you at all times. Surrender to what you really want. Thanks for listening. Speak soon. Bye.